I wanted to talk about what is happening in Ekiti, So the Ekiti state governorship election has just passed. And for all the get your PVC we are hearing on social media, we did not see that impact on ground in Ekiti state. I feel like that Ekiti was supposed to be the testing ground, that the youth have gone out en masse and gotten their PVC to prove a point that they want to take their country back. Taking your country back is not just the presidency, it's even at the most in the local regions, like in the governorship elections. But we are seeing, like, market women, middle-aged women, and people like there were barely young people. Where the youth, the social media youth, the NSAS generation, we did not see them. And where is the impact of your PVC that you are collecting? Somebody showed a video where they were playing football. It's not like anything is wrong with them playing football. But I'm thinking that for all the noise that people are making about get your PVC, that's it, that's it on social media. So when it was time to vote, it was still the normal people that were voting. And the total number of people that voted in that election, I don't think they are up. This one got about 100 and something thousand. This one got 60,000. This one got, I think, just about 100,000, So we are just looking about barely 300,000 people that decided who is going to be the governor in a state. And the governor is the real power in the region that actually affects you directly. And we didn't see the people of Ekiti State, the young people. We only saw correct me if I'm wrong, from the videos we are seeing and from the results that came out from the whole Guba elections. We have seen that NSAS generation, what did they happen now? You guys were all over social media, get your PVC, doing all the fanfare. For what then? They didn't show up at the Guba election in Ekiti State. So I'm wondering what's up with that. The Sorosoke generation. Well, there are no Sorosoke in Ekiti State. Where is the PVC that you all went to collect? We did not see the impact of the PVC that you went to collect. That's what I'm saying. And what did they happen? So it's the normal people that voted that still voted. So you did not influence the outcome of this election, which is very, very bad. You did not stand your ground there to take back your state. Everybody's just looking at the presidency. No, the presidency, yes, but it is not the only thing. It is your local region that is more important. You understand? That is where the decision that they are making will affect you directly, or their indecision also. You understand? So, one important thing to also note is that the Labour Party had to collapse into APC. Imagine, so we only, at the end of the day, we had SDP, PDP, and APC. No Labour. Labour collapsed into APC, dying minutes, because they didn't see any way forward. So in order not to be on the losing side completely, so obedience, what is going on? You people didn't show up in Ekiti State. So what happened? The Labour candidate had to merge himself into APC, dying minutes, so that they will not become irrelevant. Happy Sunday, John. I greet you. So at the end of the day, we did not see the Sorosoke generation. Hey, get your PVC, get your PVC. Is it not on Facebook? Is it only on Facebook? The result is showing even the gap. APC was leading, and Asuwaju was there. Even though he's weak, even though he's old, even though he's frail, he was there campaigning. He was seen, supporting the APC candidate. Baba Atiku was nowhere to be found. Baba Atiku, I heard Baba Atiku is in Europe somewhere. I don't know whether they say this Germany, I don't know. Oga Obi is just coming back. So, no show. So, I don't know. Is this pointing to something? Team Labour, Team Obedient, how far? What is going on? Una no show face for Ekiti State. Ekiti is a state in Nigeria. It's one of the states in the southwest. And this is a Guba election, and it's important, you know. So what is going on, you know? I don't know. I wanted to do this video on my cell phone so that, you know, people can come in and tell me their opinion, and those people who are on ground in Ekiti State, what they saw, you know, how it is, you know. So governorship election in Ekiti State, we did not see any show from Labour. We did not see any show from PDP. It was just APC all the way. Even SDP tried. I didn't even know that SDP was still existing, you know, but I saw the result. SDP got about 67,000 votes, you know. So Sorosoke generation, what did they happen now? Obi too, nowhere. Atiku, nowhere. Kwakwanso, nowhere. It's like they just kind of capitulated. I was thinking that all this Get Your PVC is going to make some kind of landmark, you know, initiating, you know, the way to go. I remember when Obama was coming in for the first time, the caucuses that they did in, you know, like, you know, election was not really taking place. The first caucuses they did in Illinois, in Iowa, I remember, you know, he just kind of cleared the vote, and everybody was like, who is this guy? Like, what is going on, you know? So I like that you are, you know, coming up, people are showing interest. And I also feel like, okay, you know, there's an important thing there. Last, if it comes down to it, then let every ethnic group vote their own person, you know. But I was really expecting more with all this hype we have seen about getting your PVC, about the youth cheered up to take their country back, get your PVC fanfare all over the place. And at the end of the day, you know, Ekiti was supposed to be some example. In my opinion, the way I'm looking at it, you know, I don't know what any other person would think. So I was expecting to see some inroad in Ekiti State, that the Sorosoke generation showed up and made an impact, but nothing. We did not see anything. When I was looking at the lines, those people who were lined up, it was the usual people, the usual market women, elderly people, middle-aged people, you know, like, no SS generation, no Sorosoke generation. What did they happen? Me, I don't know. I don't know. So it's like they just felt like, you know, okay, that one is APC zone or what. I don't know. I feel like, you know, this is a year to the general elections, and this is a governorship election, and you're supposed to show face there. And let it even be that, you know, your name is on the ballot and you have a representation. But we did not see anything there, you know. So at the end of the day, just the general elections and the outcome is not going to be much, because if the thing, nothing is happening in the regions, if nothing is happening in the elections, you know, people are holding meetings, quite all right, okay, but this is an election. It was a place to make a bold statement, not just meetings, but, you know, impact in an election, in an active election, but nothing. So for me, I feel like it's very disappointing. Nura, he said these people are just online voters. It appears that they are just online voters now. Maxwell Okorafor, I greet you. It appears that they are just online voters. Like, what did they happen now? So all this, get your PVC, oh, take your country back, oh, we are the youth. I know, so no, the Obi has not held any rally in the East. Obi has not held any rally, so I don't know where this election will take place. And there's also a very interesting thing that I'm noticing. Just like, you know, just like people are saying, if you're an Igbo person, you're not supporting Obi, you are a sellout. Do you know that people are also saying that in the Yoruba contest, that if you are not supporting our own, that you are not Omoluabi? I think that Omoluabi also means like you are not the good son of your father or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. So they're also pushing this narrative. I don't know about the northern part because I don't understand the language, so I don't know if they are saying it. I may not pick it up, you know. But I know that they are saying they are not going to, that basically vote your own, you know. So you know, when you are saying vote your own, this guy is saying vote your own. Who is going to vote for the one of the other person? Because if you are looking at the one that from here, for example, like Monster said, if you did not vote for an Igbo person and you are Igbo, then they will bundle you and take you to Hausa country. So does it mean that for Hausa people too, if you are from Hausa and if you do not vote for your Hausa candidate, they will bundle you to Igbo people? And then for the Yoruba, like if you are not voting for your Yoruba person, then you are not Omoluabi, then they will bundle you to Ilu Igbo. I don't know what is going on, you know. Yeah, every people have their own version of big gods, you know. So, you know, what are you telling? For example, there are Igbo people that may want to vote for Tinubu, and there are Yoruba people that may want to vote for Obi, and there are also both Yoruba and Igbo people that may want to vote for Atiku Abubakar, you know. So is he saying that, okay, I'm not gonna say, oh, they can never vote an Igbo man, they can never vote an Igbo man to become a president? So does it mean that an Igbo person can never vote? You know, because at the end of the day, the law says that you have to have 25% from minimum of 24 states. So where are that 24 states that you are going to deliver that 25%? You see? So this is the fundamental differences that the politicians failed to bridge. They were feeding on these differences, but at the end of the day, they don't even care about the regions or the ethnicity. They are only about their own interests, and they hide their interest in the ethnic nation, and they flip it and say, oh, Igbo, and like, you know, the interesting thing is, for the first time in our recent history, the Igbo PDP political elite are divided. Normally, they are always together, and they were always spinning this our own Igbo agenda, Igbo candidate, Igbo party. You know, I can only speak for myself, for the Igbo side. And now, for the first time, they are split, and Obi and his faction split and took the mob with them, and now the elite are left in the PDP, you know, without the masses. And Obi and his faction have gone with the mob masses, saying Igbo interest, Igbo candidate. So the elite that are left in PDP are now like, okay, you know, they are like, you know, grappling with the situation, because are they not going to be anti-Igbo? Are they not going, you know, why are they going, you know? So the script they have been playing has turned on them this time. So I'm just really intrigued to see how it's going to play out. Ekweremadu have come out to say they're not going to waste their votes, they are going to deliver for PDP. Ebonyi State Governor have also said that his state is APC, and he's going to Ebonyi people are going to vote for APC. So I hope it's getting clear that it has never been about Ndi Igbo at all. It has always been about their interest in their political party. You understand? Yeah, so they are on the gold specialists, you see. So they have always been on their own, you know. And you know, this Igbo PDP political elite of Igbo extraction, they kind of perfected it that if you left the PDP and belong to any other party, you are seen like a betrayer, you know. Like you have gone to the Yoruba party, you have gone to the Hausa party, you just have to be here. And now the division is among them. They now split. So I don't even know how they are working it out, but it's very interesting. Like for me, I'm very happy about this new development, because it's showing who they have been all along. Today, somebody was posting that there is a very, very bad road in Enugu or somewhere where Ekweremadu's constituency is, and they said the money for this road has been awarded severally but was never built. And so people will be looking at this road and they will be angry at the federal government and say no road, and the federal government will have no instrument to check. You know, you are paying money, like you're giving them money for development or for whatever reason, and you don't have any means of checking if the money was used or not. You know, this is crazy. This is crazy. So this is why politicians get away with what they do, and you cannot tell people to hold them accountable because people don't have the instrument to hold them accountable. The government is supposed to hold them accountable, but the government have failed in doing that, and so everybody's anger is turned to the center. You understand? I wanted to show you this picture that I was talking about. Yeah, I wanted to show you the road. They said that they have been working on they have been awarding the road, and the road is never done by Ekweremadu. So this is the road. So they said this road, the contract for this road have been awarded severally, but it has never been done. I don't know how true that is, but I've seen on Facebook. So they said Ike Ekweremadu and his group have been awarded Enugu-Onitsha Express Road contract since 2005 to 2019. Total money paid to him and his group is 45.3 billion naira. Where is the money? Where is the money? So they said this is the breakdown of the money that was paid. Can you read it a little bit now? Can you read it? So are you seeing 2012 1 billion, 3 billion, 5.4 billion? Now wow. But what do these people do with all these billions, Seth? I don't know. So anyway, I just say let me show you the this Ekweremadu that is talking about the party interest. You know what I'm saying? Let me play the video that I'm talking about.
So it's very dynamic. He's a patriot. He's a pan-Nigerian. So this is the best choice that PD could ever make in choosing who will be the running mate for Atiku. And he's going to bring a lot of value to the Atiku ticket. He's somebody who has all the compliments, all the qualifications of who will be the good presidential vice running mate. So I'm happy with this choice. Other people would have picked the people, but I'm sure he's best for the job. I come from the Southeast. I can assure that Southeast will vote for PDP. Can guarantee that. No doubt Peter is our son, but we need to be dynamic.
Okay.
We ask ourselves, can Peter win the presidential election?
Okay.
Can the East afford to throw away their votes?
Okay.
Can we afford to be sentimental in matters that concern our people,
okay, now.
our children, our future?
Okay.
No. So we don't intend to do a thing which we will regret in the future. So while we believe that Peter is heavily qualified, we believe that the future of our people lies on PDP, at least in the next 8 years. So we need to make that decision as the leaders of our people. And we're going to sit with them and explain to them. Okowa, of course, is one of us. So there's no difference between Okowa and Peter in terms of protecting the interests of the South, including the South and the South-South. Okay? So we're going to give the people of our Southeast all the opportunity with meeting with Okowa so that he wants to speak to them. But we're going to go on ground to talk to our people and guarantee Okowa.
So are you people hearing it now? So he's after his own party interest. And it's nothing about the people, but they just keep saying the people, but it's nothing about the people. Oh, Philip Aka, thank you so much for the stars. Thank you, my brother. Happy Sunday and happy Father's Day to you. Huh? Now the project is ongoing, direct by the federal government, but they are not happy with the president because it's not business as usual. You see now. So President Buhari is even the one doing the project, something that Ekweremadu has been collecting the money since 2005. They did not do the road. Now President Buhari is doing it and they are still not happy because they didn't get to share that money, and that road will remain like this and the people will continue to be angry. No federal presence. It's like that. So the Igbo PDP have really dealt with our people, honestly. Lina, you asked what is the opening line of the hymn. Is Spirit Divine, attend our prayer. Spirit Divine, attend our prayer. It's a very popular hymn. Spirit Divine, attend our prayers and make this house thy home. Descend. Okay, anyway, let me not be derailed. You know how I love him now. So anyway, they will use money to buy house overseas. They will just, their own is just to share money. They don't even know what is government. Look at, for example, the money, the things that were given to them to share for the people during lockdown. They did not give anything. Even Imo State, nobody was able to bust where they kept it till tomorrow. And they say nobody was able to bust it. like they don't hid it, and they were using it to share in election period. Like, they can't just give you something for free like that. They can't. They don't have it in them. So either they give it to you so that you put a vote for them or something. They can't just give it to you and say take just because you are their citizen. They don't care. So these people have really dealt with our people and their psyche. They psyched the people up, and they are doing now for the first time. You see that they say they are going to talk to their people. It will be it's our son, you know, instead of them to encourage everybody. You know, you did not prepare for election. Let's be focused. You did not prepare for election. Let's be sincere. So why are you trying to force Igbo people to put their eggs in one basket again? Just like what they did in 2015. And when they lose, then everybody will just they will project the loss, that impact of that loss on the rest of the population. If it was me, or if it was me, as those Igbo people in Lagos, for me, I would feel like they should tell Asiwaju that he has their vote in block there in the north, in the southeast, honestly, because protect your interest. You see these party people, they are protecting their interest. They don't care about you, because if their party does well, they retain position, they get going, whatever, you know, maybe they get appointment. It is their own they are looking after. So you have to think, if Asiwaju wins and you gave him your vote, you also have benefit, you that you are there in Lagos. You understand? So fight for your own benefit, honestly, if you ask me. Because on the whole, you will know that Igbo people have not prepared for election. As we are saying, there's no rally that is taking place in the southeast, and I doubt it, because you know, the whole place is just in a mess right now. You know, the psyche of the people is completely anti-voting, you know, apathic, all this kind of a thing. And you that you are in the north, wherever you are based, I will feel like you should fight for your interest. I've said this thing before. This is how I look at it, honestly. So, my people, I really said what I needed to say, you know. First of all, those people in Ekiti that didn't go and vote, and you were up and down on social media collecting your PVC and doing fanfare of PVC, what will happen? Why would not see on our green light for Ekiti State? Well, I know show. Look at the number of people that voted. It's not even up to 300,000. They decided the outcome of a gubernatorial election. You know, you people are not doing well, this NSAS generation, you see. And at the end of the day, we have seen that there is nothing like an Igbo agenda all along. It has been interest of party, political people, you know. Every party fighting for their own supremacy at the polls, which is the way it should be, you know. The only problem is they are robbing ethnicity on it. So I really wish people can understand. And at the end of the day, if Yoruba people say, vote for my own, no, Homoluabi, Igbo people say, vote for our own, no, and Hausa people say, we'll never vote for Igbo person, we'll never vote for Yoruba, then let everybody vote for their own, so that nobody will get the needed 25% everywhere. Yeah, so let the political elites, none of them will get the majority, so that they will sit down and find a solution. Even the 100 million they use for presidential fund can serve a lot of our energy. Exactly. Why would you be selling for 100 million? You know, it doesn't make sense. Where are they supposed to get that money from? And how, you know, like, this is encouraging corruption on its own. There should even be a limit. When somebody is already a party member, why do they have to, you know, buy the form or something like that? I don't understand. And so high, you know, it's too much. So I don't know, but this is the politics they are playing. So if the problem is the people are not understanding. The people supposed to wake up and play the same card on them, honestly. Because now what happened is they are doing this, oh, your own, our own. But at the party level, they are fighting for their party to get that 25% in the southeast, get that 25% in the southwest, and, you know, get the 25% like in 3 zones plus a major zone where they will carry like above 50%, and then that person will win. So the party members in each region will be working hard to give that percentage. So if una get sense, as they are doing their own number, then the population, you organize yourself and be doing your own number. So as Ibi said, they are teaching you vote your own. Then let everybody really vote their own. Let Igbo people vote their own. Let Yoruba people vote their own. Let Hausa people vote their own. Then at the end of the election, nobody will come out with any majority. Yes. Abia Onasia. The truth is, normally, assuming the politics is working well, you are supposed to vote for party, because according to what the party stand for, what the party believe in, the work the party has been doing in the region, honestly, that's how politics is. That's the meaning of democracy. But our democracy is still evolving. You understand? It's not only in the southeast, also in the north. In the north, like I've heard people commenting, oh, they will never vote for Igbo person, and I've also seen the southwest people say, oh, vote anybody that doesn't vote for our own, then it's not a son of the soil. I don't know what Omolua means, but I feel it means son of the soil or indigenous or something like that. Yeah, because you are coming from the north. Yeah, you wish. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, everybody like for the Southeasterners, they want a miracle, also a magic to happen that Obi will also win. And the same thing for the Southwest, you know, they are also wishing. So at the end of the day, you know, you have played this politics of divide and conquer all along. So it's time this Sorosoke generation is supposed to understand what is happening and also play it back. So let everybody vote their own. And maybe they will evolve their politics by force. So everybody vote your own 90%. Nobody gets any majority. Then repeat. Good person. Omoluabi means good person. Okay. I don't know about. I know that Omoluabi means something like maybe you are a Yoruba person or you belong or something like that. I don't know that it means a good person. I saw one pastor saying any person that is an Igbo and refuse to vote for P2B is not an Igbo man. Exactly, something like that. That's what I'm still saying, you know. I feel like in the Southwest, no pastor may come, I don't know, but I don't think a pastor will come out boldly and say that. But I think there is a way it is being said. There is a way it is being, that idea is being passed around. You understand? Respective child, okay. Nura said, we in the north cross check, no party take us for a ride. Okay, that's a good one. You understand? So at the end of the day now, let everybody kukuma so by the time they do 3 run-up election, and nobody carries the day, nobody will tell them to. The party is supposed to develop it themselves so that people can really vote for party because of what the party stands for. But today, no party stands for anything. The same politician, you know, it's funny. The politician that, for example, Obi was PDP all this time. And before he was PDP, he was in Abga. And before he was in Abga, I don't know where he came from. I don't know, honestly. But from Abga, he went to PDP. From PDP, he has now gone to Labour. Like, it's the same people. The same thing can be said of Partiku. He was in PDP, and then he went to APC, and then he came back to PDP, you know. And if he's not getting it, he's going to go back somewhere else again. So it's the same people. So there's no ideological basis upon which the parties are standing, basically, you know. And I don't really know about Pa Tinubu. I know that he was in AD, or is it Action? I know that time. There was a time I remember Action. You know, like, and then but I think he has been kind of there in the same party and merging the party with some other parties and, you know, forming different blocks or something like that. I don't know. Explain to me if I am wrong. So at the end of the day, you basically have the same people switching allegiance as it suits them for their own personal benefit, you know, nothing for the masses, basically. Until you mention his achievement in his home state where he was the most powerful vice president in the whole world, and don't tell me Faro or university, because that's personal business. Okay. He's having a conversation. If you don't vote for Obi, you are not an Igbo man. Likewise, if you don't the double rapper, you are not an Igbo woman too. Yes, yeah, anybody can call in, please. Can call in. So, and I think Pa Tinubu, in spite of his frail health, has been seen going around holding rallies, earnestly campaigning, you know, like, and so in a way I'm wondering, like, what is going on? He's going around campaigning, and Obi team are, you know, holding meetings and all that, but I don't see Obi actively campaigning, you know. So he's in AD, and then AD later became Action Congress. Okay, that's true. So which means basically he has always been in one place, but he has been, you know, changing the party name, you know, merging it and to create something new, and then eventually in APC now. So who says he's going to stay there? You know, he can also come back, retract again and form something else, you know. So I don't know. I don't like the kind of politics they are playing. You know, the funny thing is, our brother here is writing that the Igbo people that are taking their PVCs in Lagos are wasting their time because they will not be allowed to vote in the Southwest. You know, it's funny for me because you in the Southeast, you are saying that if you don't vote, you know, so which is assuming that everyone in there is going to be able to vote, you know. So when they say things like this and, you know, they make it on broadcast, you know, people are watching these days, so, you know, they forget that people are seeing what is going on, basically. Like, people are rebroadcasting it and the whole thing is going viral, and people in Lagos and elsewhere will see that video and say, okay now, so they should not vote for you, so you want to come in our own space and be voting for somebody else, you know. I don't know, that's how I see it anyway. He said he has no focus. Me, I don't even know. Like I see the interview that Atiku had with Kadara. I've not really heard Atiku talk himself. Like, honestly, I've never really heard Atiku talking and explaining something vibrantly or non-vibrantly. Like, I don't really know his qualities, you know. I just know that he wants to get to power and he has been trying, honestly. And I've heard Pa Tinubu talking, and when Pa Tinubu was talking, like, I was feeling like, what is he saying? Like, I was not able to put together what he was saying. Like, he was talking, but he was like, okay, what is he saying, you know? And Obi's own is like, he would just be giving these anecdotes of poverty, poor, one shoe, one slippers, like, I am so patient, I'm so godly. I don't understand what that has to do with anything. But somebody has sent me another video, and I believe that video has something to do with ESN. I don't know, but I will look at the video later and share it on my group. You know how it is.
And they just concluded a State election. Isn't it amazing that people are hosting shows, attracting millions? The magic wand PVC shows. And we had less than 300,000 choosing a whole state governor.
Yeah.
This is the era of social media. I can sit in the computer now and get population of total adults that live in a state. I'm not talking about those that will travel back from where they live and come home to vote.
Yeah.
But in a place that houses over 3 million people, only 200,000 shows their governor made their decision, a kind of life-changing decision that will last 4 whole years. I mean, it goes a long way to tell you that this social media mob ends on social media. This social media mob ends on social media. They are not making use of it. They are so apolitical. I mean, I'm sorry for those that don't understand the Igbo language.
Yeah.
It means that you cannot learn what you are. You cannot perfectly fake what is not inside that part of you. You can't fake somebody else's personality and be very good at it.
Yeah.
At some point, you must kind of blow up, you must make it up, and then you'll be busted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another market, Mananka. The truth is there. Since the 1999, the people, my elder sister was already of at least 18 years after 99. She didn't even know that she had to vote. I will take exception because I was still in high school. I'm not allowed to vote. But she was already up to 18. She celebrated her 18th birthday. Yes, she didn't vote. She didn't know. No, my parents never meant this a topic. That is exactly what you see happening in 2023.
Okay.
Oh, but go and check the number of people that applied for them this year. 80% of them that is their 18th birthday. Okay? Then come back to and see that the number of that same age bracket that will participate in election 2023 will be maybe 5%.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is because it is who we are. When they come on social media to ginger you, to make enemies for you, to insult you, I mean, it doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
They are just social media errats. They are just errats. It doesn't make any impact. Like you said, they have run the Operation PVC Magic Wand. It didn't turn out good.
Yeah.
I mean, last night somebody kept me awake for too long talking Nigerian politics. I was trying to tell the person that I'm just going to watch as events unfold. I am for everybody and I am for anybody. I am against everybody and I am against anybody. And that, I have not gotten that conviction that any of them meant good.
Yeah.
Let us talk about it. I even mentioned to that person that you said Tito Obi has come to wipe our tears from all these political hoodlums, political bandits, a kind of raping our resources in the past 22 years.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this question. Tito Obi is busy making a celebrity of himself. Wherever he goes, he stand and take pictures. He kind of makes himself popular. And all that. He is more interested in the celebrity status he was getting and the attention. I said, if that man is honest, wherever he stops, he will address his followers, encourage them to be civil in their campaign. Then they dedicate 1 minute silence to Obinna Basimalo, who brought that party to limelight in 2021 Anambra election. It is not. If that is not happening, he is working for nobody but Peter Greg Obi. Okay? If that is not happening, he never acknowledged that that young man died, giving them to that party. He never acknowledged the fact that Alibo is burning. Hello?
Hello, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. So, I said he never acknowledged that something is wrong. All what he does is he is busy. When he goes to attend personal convention, he come back and tell them he's going to learn how to govern a country. He has not even, he's not even interested. He has not even contested election for. Well, history will remember it. That Tito Obi is the first man who traveled to go and study how to govern a country before he became the president. And I'm happy for him.
The thing about that is like, you know, as he doesn't have a background in electrical engineering or something like that, he was supposed to go with people who have that understanding. But I don't know, whatever, you know, I don't want to go into that before they will say, oh, I want to destroy their candidate. No. So anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to play this.
So I want our people. Let me round this up. I want our people to understand that from Tinubu to Atiku to Peter Obi to Ojuzokalo to Ekweremadu to anybody that has political interest in their heart, the only thing they represent is stomach infrastructure. Why did I say so? I say so because when I was going to university here a few years ago, there was a kind of article they gave us they call it projective test. In a projective test, they ask you, give you a questionnaire to probe what you are thinking. And in your response to that questionnaire is what you're thinking. So after doing that, and I realized that I was a Libra.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm.
Then, that was how for the first time I came to know that somebody can read your mind using that. They call it was a psychology tool called projective exam. So that being said, in America, the party is not person, party is not building, party is not regional, party is ideology. When I popped up in that week that I was a Libra, it was not because I'm black or yellow or green. It was because how I responded showed that I'm more interested in making the world a better place than building empire for myself. This is what politics is.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, if politics did not favor them in party A, they will jump to party B. Why? Because
good evening,
there is no ideology. I will talk about American politics because that is what I know a little more than Nigeria, compared to Nigerian politics. In America, for instance, nobody is a Republican and everybody is a Republican based on how you think. Nobody is a Democrat. Then you can also be a Democrat based on how you think. If you want to conserve everything you have, you want a don't disturb me lifestyle, you want to go and work for yourself and enjoy what you get to yourself lifestyle, you don't need to register with Republicans to answer a Republican. Okay?
Okay.
Then, if you believe in Mother Mary, if you believe in Father Christmas, you can, whatever you make here, you send half of it to people in Nigeria because they call you and complain. You pay school fees for somebody begging you on social media. You do give away for people without doing anything for you. You don't need to be told that you are a Republican. That is how politics work. You don't need to be told that you are a Democrat. Because in America, to be a Republican means you decided to conserve what you have. You decided to conserve your space. You decided to keep your stuff to yourself and use it to build a stronger you financially. I use it to expand your territory. That is called conservatism. When you decide that, oh, you have too much, can we share with these people so that everybody will come up so that we don't want to watch them die of hunger? You are being a Democrat. That is the people that register with Democratic Party. Can we say any of the ideologies that is a driving force for either APC, PDP, or whatever they call themselves? No.
Yeah, you are right, but it's not just about finances. Conservative is also about culture, about land, about religion. Yeah.
I am summarizing it. Yeah, when you say conserve, you conserve, I say everything about you. The church should be restricted to certain people for certain places or certain, even residential areas. Certain people live in certain areas. You don't want people, like some people now, if you move to certain neighborhoods, they will sell their house and move further.
In Nigeria, the ideology is to embezzle. Where will you embezzle the most and without problem? In Nigeria,
you do have campaigning for APC and PDP. What ideology are you promoting? That's what I mean by
the problem, like me myself, I'm not beating myself up because I know that an individual cannot do magic, but we need to build institutions. Institutions is what matters. Come anybody, as long as the institutions are working and you are improving and evolving the institutions and everybody is doing their work at every level. That is how a country develops. But if you are waiting for one man to come and do magic, it go hard, you know.
Do you know, I was telling somebody, the person, I had a long political conversation last night, We will come to a point where I propose to the person that every human being that is still in that lives in Nigeria today need to go for reorientation. We are not, nobody is patriotic in Nigeria. Look at how much they sold that party ticket. If you are going to sell those tickets, you are selling it to politicians. What do they do for a living?
Okay.
Politicking. Getting allocation of funding.
And keeping it.
If you know what they do, if you know what they do for a living, where do you think they are going to get money to buy that ticket?
Okay.
Using money that is meant for the constituents. Let me end it up by saying, if you are doing, this is my Sorosoke generation, if this my Sorosoke generation thinks that change is going to happen when they remove the president, I want to tell you that the Nigerian government, Nigeria has what is called federalism, okay? Where power rests more in your state governors and LGA chairmen than the president in the center. The role of the president is to distribute that allocation equal. If you receive equal allocation with other states, the president has done his job for you. It is not in the hand of federal government to come and build road that led from Owerri to Umuahia. They have no business with that. If they wrote this Owerri, it is your governor's business. The area we look inward, the better. This revolution now should not revolve around P2B. To start with your ward chairman, because they asked me last night, what is your proposal? I said, my proposal is start with your immediate environment. Pick a ward chairman, a ward councillor that represents the popular opinions interest. Pick a local government chairman that represents the plight of the constituency. Pick a state governor who saw the system as faulty and is willing to change it. Until that happens, no matter who you elect as president, you will come back cry. Even if P2B wins, you will still be disappointed in him because P2B is a tree, he can never be a forest. When you talk like this, they say you don't want Igbo man to be president. Far from it. I live in reality. And if you can't see reality from the reality point of view, then we can't have conversation. That's all I have to say, my dear. Why we politics, let us know that changing the president is not going to solve a problem. It simply means you are wearing brocade, you change it to suit.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah,
when
thank you.
Come, he to go see worry you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
For all you.
Yeah. So I wanted to play for one of our brother is saying Atiku has already won it. I want to play this video that this interview that Atiku did again. Why is he not talking?
Someone who I am going to ask the questions no matter how you shout, so you might as well just let me talk. I am going to ask the questions. So the Adamawa still remains one of the poorest countries, and therefore, if you talk about people who want to look at antecedents, because you kept talking about your record, and so it's a fair question for people to ask. If your home state has not seen an appreciable change as a result of your major sitting in an office of that of the vice president, why should we believe you will do better for the rest of Nigeria?
Again, you have got it wrong because you didn't try to compare what was it before and now. Today,
give us the numbers.
I may not be able to give you the numbers, but today...
So I can tell you.
Oh, well, you can tell me, but then you have to convince me that you have the right...
I have the numbers. So Adamawa has, for the last 20 years, come in sort of 26, 27 in the index of poor states in Nigeria. It hasn't shifted much. Maybe one place in the last 20 years.
Then it cannot be one place in the last 20 years. It must be maybe in the last 10 years.
No. I'm talking about 20 years. I looked at the numbers.
He doesn't even know the data of his own state.
It's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about.
But it has shifted.
As it is your state.
But it is shifted.
A little.
So one single individual is able to make that shift. So imagine if it is.
But isn't that part of the problem actually? That in all your influence, you've not been able to build another you in Adamawa or someone close to you.
Do you know how long it took me?
That is all about you.
Do you know how long it took me to be?
So anyway,
Yes, Adamawa still remains.
you know, this video I'm playing is basically for Awoni. For him, he says that the election is already finished, you know. But Tinubu is Tinubu is the man to beat in this place. So there's one that said, blessed there's one brother was saying something. Say, let me read what that brother said again. He said, blessed you are followed in jail or something like that. All the Kishona Bawa see some people, honestly. I'm looking for that comment again. Let me even see what he wrote. I can't see it again. It has passed. It was like, blessed, I think you are following Ijele. Who should I follow? Should I go and follow your agents of Mpupisi? What rubbish is that one? Eh? You can't. You have not noticed that all of you that will come to my post and say, don't post this now. Remove it. What did they worry now? What did they bring that kind of thing now? You cannot. How can you be trying to control my mouth, what I say and how I say it and what I post and where I go, who I follow? What did they bring that kind of thing now? What is that? You stay your lane, Umubingo. I've said it many times. Stay your lane. I follow who I like. I follow who I want. It no concern you. Okay? Let me read what our brother said. Bro, I don't trust Obi again for him to take a step in Egypt. Nope. Where to come up Egypt again? Oh, saw the crowd at the airport to welcome Lagos boys far ahead. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys that video because Tinubu, on the other hand, is actually making strides now. Coming back from Ekiti State, where he kind of, you know, he went into Ekiti State to actually you know, give solidarity to the governorship candidate, and in the process of even him being there, the crowd, the followership, the Labour candidate and the Labour Party saw how the whole thing was going. Was like, before they would say at all, let them kuku join the APC. That's how they join forces with APC, and look at him coming back triumphant. It's so loud. You can see him coming back. So we have not even seen Atiku like it's like he collected the form and went home like it's a done deal. I am not understanding. Some people say he's sick. I don't know anything about him, you know. So this is Tinubu coming back from Lagos, from Ekiti State. So he's getting all this welcome, and as a matter of fact, he has been going around soliciting, meeting up people, you know, like he has gone to visit so many stakeholders. He has gone to visit even Rochas. Let me show you the picture where he was meeting with Rochas. I don't even know. He has met with Rochas. He has met with Ojus Okalu. Like he's just going, meeting people, you know, Granduje, meet, like he's doing a lot of work on the ground, you know. I'm actually hoping that he will not wear himself completely out and, you know, hurt himself in the process. One of our brother here on Blessed was commenting that our brothers that are in Lagos, you know, wanting to come and do rally for Obi should take the rally to Abuja or Port Harcourt if ESN will not allow them to do the rally, because they are not going to accept that they will do the rally in Lagos. I feel like since everybody have a candidate from their part. You know, I think Paratiku is from the northeast. So that will be his base, and then they will try to get other regions. So I feel like Obi has to, like, there is no question about that. Anybody that is deviating from Obi, making the southeast his base and rallying in the southeast, then that person is really not being sincere, honestly. At the end of the day, you know, this election is going to be tough, because for the first time, and you know, I was thinking about it today. I was like, well, you know, despite what we think that, you know, they didn't prepare for elections and all those things, you know, the country that they were hating on, the people that they were hating, all of a sudden, you know, they now took interest, they want to participate in the election. And there's a good side to it, honestly, because at the end of the day, for the first time, you know, they have given themselves that place by force. You know, normally they wait for the big parties to present an Igbo candidate, and it's not happening. So this time they have presented that Igbo candidate by themselves, you know, and all of a sudden, you know, they are also part of the politicking and also the positioning, you know. Unlike before that, you know, they would just be cumbersome, being on the side, crying against this country. You know, I feel like, you know, there's a positive side to it now. That's okay, you know, everybody have their own. Since we are doing our own, your own. So now, on the one hand, I want to try to temper the anticipation, like, you know, calm down, you know, like, put in some doubts there and say it can go out, the outcome can be here or there. But on the other hand, it's like, oh, you are not supporting your own, you know. So I'm just like, we saw it happen before. It has happened before. So I don't know. I feel like the politicians that were sitting down and watching this kind of thing take root, you know, they need to deal with it. Nobody is going to do it for them. So going to another region to go and vote is not going to be a solution. The election supposed to hit the ground running from the southeast. So unfortunately, sit at home is still going on tomorrow. So, you know, I don't know. I've seen the video somebody sent me. That video is about looking like they buy somebody. I don't know what that video is all about. I will check it later, you know. Exactly, you know. Hey, so my people, it's been almost an hour and a half. I want to say thank you so much again. I appreciate you guys and your stars. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to my page and support me through your subscriptions. You know, thank you so much, guys. I think we've had enough for today, 1.5 hours, and so we can go and do other things. Awoni said, I was Obi supporter. This is funny. I was Obi supporter until I saw him in Egypt, bro. If you want Nigeria, let me see. If you want Nigeria to develop a lightning system in Egypt, then you're supposed to go. In fact, Obi has said, I don't understand. If you want Nigeria to develop a lightning system, it's Egypt that you're supposed to go. Ah, okay. Okay. What is he doing? He's in the DSS now. He's been forgotten for now. Although they are using somehow they are believing that they can lure his followers into the Obi campaign trail with the hopes that he's going to bring him out when he gets to the office. But I don't know how it's going to play out. We will see, you know. We will see. But for me, as long as the election and rallying and campaigning is not going on in the southeast, I don't know where else they want to go and do. Do you want to go to the south west and be dragging the domain there with them? You are going to be creating problems for the thousands of the Igbo that are subsisting there. Or do you want to go to the northeast and be doing your rally there? You know, it doesn't make sense. You know, let's tell ourselves the truth. So, you know, it is their call. They know how they allow this thing to take root. So, you know, they will have to find how to make possible for them to do the campaigning there and rally there, first of all. So, if those people in the southeast can give them 90%, like I feel like they need like 90% in the southeast. And so, and if they can get some percentage in the other zones, you know, so, you know, it's something to go with. But I don't know, like with this, you know, your own, you know, your own. One state in North has just declared 5 days holidays for registration of PVC, but our Igbo border cannot do that for Obi. Wow, what state did that? Can you name the state? Is it Adamawa State? Yeah, I feel like a lot of people will grow their platform with this P2B bandwagon. A lot of people will, you know how it is in our social media, but on the ground we are not seeing anything. And what has happened in Ekiti is a sign of it, you know. But who was there? Asiwaju, he has gone there and he has gotten the victory and he's back. You know, that says so much that the Southwest is basically in his pocket, you know. Yeah. Oh, Zamfara, okay. He said Zamfara has declared 5 days public holiday so that everybody will go and get their PVC. I would expect Anambra State to do that, honestly, because, you know, Obi needs to start earnestly from Anambra State, you know. But we will see. Like I say, you know, now the life we did, so may God grant us the grace to continue to see the life and, you know, see how it's going to go. For now, I want to say happy Father's Day once again. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for staying with me this 1.5 hours. And I appreciate you guys. You know, guys, I love you all. Stay blessed. Stay healthy. Please stay safe from bingos. They are very dangerous animals. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all. Bye for now.